In Victoria, a pivotal change under Bill 35 has quietly rippled through our community, altering the future of many. This change, the removal of legal non-conforming status for short-term rentals, is reshaping lives and livelihoods. The concern for many is that this isn't just a legislative update. It's a dangerous example of government overreach and overlooked rights, which sets a dangerous precedent. Our journey begins with startling admission, an insight into the city council's involvement, an involvement that many were unaware of, yet deeply affected by.
We are not innocent in this. The province in the legislature said that they took direction from the city of Victoria and were boasting about it.
But that is not our decision. If for some reason this very regrettable motion were to pass and we were to hold a public hearing, we would be giving the very false impression that we somehow have control over these subjects. We don't have control over them.
I can share with the member that Victoria did ask us to remove that provision.
This is shameful. It is shameful to imply to the public that we somehow control provincial legislation. We do not control it.
Victoria did ask us to remove that provision.
While local advocates are asking the city of Victoria to help mitigate the damages this clause has created, the city has been inundated with stories from citizens whose livelihoods and financial well-being are devastated by it. At the heart of this are the 634 legally operating Airbnbs licensed by the city and operating in properties where short-term rentals have been permitted. Almost all of these will be shut down May 1, 2024, doing further damage to the city's restaurants and other tourism-dependent businesses in the downtown core. The advocacy group supports Bill 35 for the most part, but it is a particular section that they want to go back to the table with government officials about Section 36, which strips property rights from owners in an unprecedented way. It is this section that the city of Victoria appears to have asked the provincial government to include. Some people are crying foul because this legislation is based entirely upon a study that the BC Hotel Association funded. Wait a minute. So the hotel industry just successfully got the government to outlaw short-term rentals. Yes, you heard that right. Eliminated their competition. Some are questioning the interpretation of data in the study itself, which focuses entirely on short-term rentals as the culprit for the affordable housing crisis in Canada. To note, it is this narrative that the hotel associations around the world are pushing. But we all know there are many factors that have created the affordable housing problem over decades. In fact, David Watchmuth, the author of the study, has since stated in a CBC interview that short-term rentals are very clearly not the biggest housing affordability issue anywhere in Canada. Advocates for Property Rights BC argue that while the NDP government has long been meeting with the members of the British Columbia Hotel Association, they did not seek input from their own constituents who would be negatively impacted by this legislation. They are seeking the support of the city of Victoria to collaborate and to advocate to the provincial government for consultation with these rights holders. The objective is to work on regulatory adjustments that would be a win-win for everybody.